What's up, YouTube? I know, before you get on my case in the comments about, oh, you ain't been posting. You was posting so much not too long ago. Now you don't post anymore. I promise y'all, I'm sorry, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. It's a few reasons why. And I think they're good reasons. I mean, I probably could have figured out how to still bring you content. I mean, I was going live. I hope y'all were clicking on those lives, but I wasn't giving you the tips and videos that I normally bring you. So let me explain to you. Let me explain. Hold up, big stepper. Number one, I went on tour with this artist by the name of Sir Woman. We did like 51 dates over the span of like 2 or 3 months. And within that tour, I got a chance to do some really, really cool things. One of those being the Kelly Clarkson show.
I know you miss me in the morning, but you don't trust me late at night. You don't trust me late at night. Do you love it when I'm lonely? Do you love it when I cry? Do you love it when I cry?
I got a chance to do the CBS morning show.
You got me running in circles. I'm freaking out for you, baby. I'm freaking out. You got me running in circles. I'm freaking out for you, baby. I'm freaking out.
I got a chance to do a plethora of radio stations and podcasts that feature musicians and artists. And it's been an incredible ride, like ups and downs the entire way. Things I could control, things I couldn't control. A lot of late nights, laughing, cutting up. Man, we had so much fun. And, you know, most importantly, growth as a musician. And it's with that growth that I bring you this video. Because, and I'm not going to play a single thing, but it's mainly pointers about when you're on your instrument, or even when you off your instrument, some things that are very, 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 very important along the lines of like, always do your best. Do your best when you're on the gig, when you're in a session. Do your best when you connect with people, when you leave your house. And I mean, even nowadays, like, we're dealing in a world of streaming and content, but it's like, always do your best. And here are a few reasons why. Number one, you just may go viral. Yeah, that's me and my boy Cleon playing in the band Sir Woman. You just may never know who, like, somebody turns on the camera and at any moment, what you're doing could be projected to thousands and millions of people. And it's not always about, oh, let me make sure I perform my best because the camera could be on. It's just simply about being the person who's always being better, because you just never know who's filming. And shout out to my boy John Dees, who decided to film that moment in the show. We were in North Carolina, and I wake up the very next day, and maybe a day or two later, I don't know, but like, followers going up, comments, likes, shares, and all that stuff going up, and I'm just like, hold on, the app got to be glitching. I close out of it, go back in it, and I realized, like, nah, like, this was shared amongst the platform where people really watch. And what's really cool about it is, in that moment, you realize, like, man, like, at any moment that I'm playing something, a lot of people could see it. So it was, I wouldn't say it was a reality check for me, but it was in a way a reality check to remember that, like, every time I play my instrument, just beware that, like, be on stage and be in the moment, because you just never know when something could go viral. It's that simple. Number two, you just never know who's watching, and who's watching could literally be the person that could open the very next door for you. The big door that you've been wanting to go through could be that person sitting in the crowd. So, I mean, it could also be a person that's on lights or on sound. Like I've heard stories of like friends getting on because of a referral by somebody who doesn't even play the same instrument or sing. Like they were a person who did lights or they produced in the studio, and just like, hey, this person was incredible to work with, and they were just also even incredible as a person. So you just never know who's watching. Number 3, recordings don't lie. Every time you're being recorded, there is a snapshot that exists at that point in time of your progress, which also begs the point of when you practice, you should record yourself. That way you can always document where you are. Number 4, your reputation travels way faster and way farther than you do. In other words, when you're doing a good job, word travels fast. When you're doing a bad job, words travel even faster. So it's best to be the person who's always paying attention to their craft and doing a good job. Because you just, again, to the point before, you just never know who's watching. You never know who's listening. Number 5, each gig is a chance to redefine and upgrade your craft. It's like every time you bring your best to a situation, it's like you're on the tiptoes, trying to get to the next step. And when you're bringing your best, you're open to receiving the communication from the universe or from whatever environment that you're in at the moment that could elevate you. That'll make sense. If it doesn't make sense to you, it will make sense the more you think about it. Like if you bring in your best, you can see better. But if you're lacking and you're slacking, you can only pay attention to how you're supposed to be better, right? It'd be like if you ever been given a gig and you kind of halfway prepared, then when you get to the gig, you're only focused on how it is that you can do your job, versus if you're a person who actually are on top of their thing, you're able to listen and to be able to add to what it is that you already know. It's kind of like they say, you don't come to practice to learn, you come to practice to evolve a show. In the same way, when you show up to a gig or to a session, bring the best that you have, whether that's a big stage or a small stage, bring the best that you have, because you never know. I heard a long time ago somebody say, this gig is an audition for the very next one. And it's not necessarily saying, oh, you're auditioning for hundreds and hundreds of gigs, but essentially you auditioning yourself to be better for the next one. If you can go back and listen to a show that you played and you feel confident about it and you can find ways that you can improve it, great. If you find ways where you're just like, oh, you were god awful terrible, it's because you weren't well prepared. We've all been there. We've all been guilty of it. If you stuck around to this very last tip, I want to thank you for tuning in. I know I said I wasn't playing anything, but I hope you found these tips and tricks helpful. I am glad to be back. I plan to continue giving you content. Also, I'm going live way more these days, so if you like live stuff, just turn your notifications on so you can find out when I'm live. I go live when I play with my friends, such as Motenko, Sketch, Sir Woman. I go live even when I'm playing for myself. So I'm gonna go live when I'm playing the video game. I'm just gonna start going live a little bit more. But anyway, if you haven't already, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, share this with somebody, because maybe to help them, if you will. But for now, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, be easy, y'all.